As he's dropped at the 17. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he...
On the carry. He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 14. And the Packers first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Number 50, hey, you walk over here.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones to about the 33-yard line. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Now it's Rodgers. Completed out left to Dobbs. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
On 1st down, Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's complete to Dobbs. And they're knocking down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave you the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Eagles at 8-2 on the year. And they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They got 29 yards that time.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50. The 30, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Greg Joseph set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick 6. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing is Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Hurts. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's got the hookup with Dobbs. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there.
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the right second half forced the ball free and kept them out of the end zone.
The kick by Crosby is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Hurts finding Goddard there. 1st down, Philadelphia.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one
through. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. This is Smith with a grab. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in the amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his pass incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back to throw again. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Quay Walker, and the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty well.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Got some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Scott to return it. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown. Romeo Doubs. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Greg Joseph set to kick off.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a gain of 6.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Going deep here for Watkins. And now here is another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. I think you and I were a little surprised back.